Swami Sham Shanti Bhavatu. Swami Sham Puyam Bhavatu. Swami Sham Mangalam Bhavatu. Oh, okay. Om Shanti 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 Shanti. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, I'm only 3 minutes behind schedule. That's not bad. And I don't hear anybody yet. Okay. Oh, oh, just the above two. Salvation, Shanti above two. Salvation, Purnam Bhavatu. Salvation, Mangalam Bhavatu. Okay, computer, act as if you're with me. Okay. Am I muted because I am talking to myself? Okay. Salvation, Shanti Bhavatu. Shanti Bhavatu. Uh-oh, I hear someone. Just a second, I will be with you. Aye. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening, Reverend Sherry. Hello,
Hi.
Sherry.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm both Reverend
Oh,
Sharon.
yes. Well, she's Sharon Renee, and I'm Sharon Elizabeth. So that's one way for us to
I got
keep.
confused. I'm babysitting.
Yeah, we won't get confused. Hi, sweetie. Oh, oh, that's a precious, precious face.
I know. He's a sweetie pie.
Yes, yes, indeed. We have one viewer, and you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. I am. I'm here. Reverend Sharon, did you get the email I sent you with the fifth?
The interview, yes, I did. I mean, I was
Yes,
out
yes.
and about, but I got it, and I'll be reading over it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yes, I got it.
Okay. That's good. And Sherry is, well, that's three SH. We got Sharon and Sharon and Sherry. So
Yes,
that's
yes.
got to, yes, that's good. Good vibrations, good energies. And
Yes,
how are
there
you?
must
Hmm.
Yes. Huh?
the SH. It said there must be a vibration to that.
Well, we did have an opening of a gate on,
The
when was
11.
that? 11/11.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had
That,
stories of energies pouring through on that gate.
yes.
Yes, indeedy.
I was happy that I was assisting humanity on that day, so it helped.
Was I doing the same thing? I don't remember. Quite possibly assisting
Mhm.
humanity. I don't remember. But it was definitely a special day.
Right. It surely
Yeah,
was.
and the energy is still
Still
pouring
pouring
through.
in.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, yes. And so I am going to put you on mute for me for 1 second, and I'll
Hmm.
be right back, I promise.
Okay. So how's everything going with you, Sherry?
You?
Wonderful.
She said, yeah, real quick. Down in Homestead, correct?
Yes.
Have you heard of the garden that's down there that people can go like their own vegetables and that? Because I told this lady that works at Pinecrest,
Uh-huh.
horticulturist, heard of
Hmm.
that, but she didn't know the name of it. And a friend of mine went down there, and you can help. Like you can also take some in
It's like a you
Homestead. Have you
pick
heard
your
anything?
you pick your own, like a you pick your strawberries or something kind of place.
This is more like people like the community working together. Like they, if you want to go down there and help them plant,
Hmm.
then in exchange, I guess you could take some. It's kind of like a community. Wondering if you'd heard, because I heard it's in Homestead.
Mm-mm.
No, okay.
No, I would be open to, checking that out, but no, I'm not aware of that.
Okay. And
Because
then
I'm more like
I'll,
Cutler Bay / Homestead. I don't even know why they call that Homestead, but it's more Cutler Bay. But I am not too far from actual Homestead.
oh, okay. There's another lady down there too that supposedly, because I've had a couple friends go. She has
Mhm.
down there, and people go down there and view like night watch. She's got
Mhm.
like sacred geometry in her
Yeah, that
backyard, and they
yeah,
go out
Cully
to these.
Square, maybe.
This is a woman's home.
Oh, okay, okay,
Like there's different groups that'll go and meditate, and then they'll bring like their binoculars and that. I just got
hmm
a place down there too.
Wow.
Because
Okay. Oh,
you're
you got
away
to
from.
get you know the hot spots, huh? You got to let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Thank you, because I'm right there, right there. I mean, right this moment talking to you, I'm up in Palm Beach now, but you know, I live in Homestead, so yeah, definitely would love to check it out.
No, because I'm taking a plug. Pinecrest. It's on organic farming, and I'm doing some vegetables, and I'm doing a raised bed right now. So I brought it up, and she said, so maybe when I find out, would be cool. But yeah, the night watch I would love to do, and everybody said you got to go down there because there's no city lights.
Right, so
New
you
moon
get
where there's
natural,
nothing.
natural. You can see the stars without that artificial lighting.
That'd be cool. And then
Oh
with
yeah.
the sacred geometry, if she's got any of those like brass pyramids or anything like that, that'd be really cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
ladies, I am back. Oh my gosh. And I think I just uh, injured my phone again. But yes, this phone and I have, even just in a couple of months, we have traversed greatly. Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, just checking upon those who said that they would be coming. Oh my gosh. I still have to send out to Shelly in um, if she remembered. I think she did let me know that she was interested in being with us this evening, and so I'm not going to start the meditation until I do this one last thing. But at least now I can talk. Before I was on the phone, now I can talk. So
Mhm.
uh, I heard something about uh, harvesting things.
Mhm. Yeah.
No,
Sherry
yes,
grows
Telling
her.
her that
okay.
and yeah, that you can like it's a community thing where you can get together and help. In return, you can take some fruits or vegetables. It's like a or something. I heard about it, and a couple of my friends have been down. Just asking her if she'd heard about it because I heard it was in Homestead.
Mhm.
Ah, okay. All right.
They said
Homestead still has a fantastic landscape going on down there. So much fresh fruits and vegetables and
yes.
such, just a lot going on. Um,
Mhm.
fantastic energy. Well, you guys live down in Homestead or near Homestead, so what I'm saying to you is not news. Um,
It is to me. I didn't know about it.
oh, there is an ashram down in Homestead where I went to receive my second level of initiation in Kriya Yoga. Well, there's probably more than one because there's a Buddhist temple right down the
Yeah,
street from the ashram.
Mm.
The Buddhist temple.
I was,
Yeah,
you know the place I'm talking about, right, Sherry?
the Buddhist temple. Yeah, but not the ashram.
I don't have the address for it, but I know it's on about 5 acres of property. They have the most beautiful peacocks there, and
Mm.
everything is organically grown. And when you go in on Sundays for meditation, that's when it's open to the public. Um, all the produce they have, everything is larger than life. They
Mm.
even grow, yeah, they grow cerasee there, which is an herb, and it's used in food in Africa and India, and it's also used as medicine.
In the
Uh,
Caribbean too.
and well, I didn't. I just took it for granted. The Caribbean or the West Indies, we're familiar with cerasee, and the pods are usually, if they're growing wild, they're usually maybe as big as a thumb, maybe. But at the ashram, they are huge. They're the size of coconuts. And what they do is they take the
Wow.
leaves and cook them down with curry and all sorts of fresh fruits and vegetables. So I've stayed down there a little off and on for Kriya Yoga initiation,
Mhm.
and it's beautiful. It is.
Mm.
Yeah. So there's a lot of beautiful landscape down there.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, um, Sherry, do you have a question for
Yes.
the fifth interview? I believe you said you did have questions for the fifth interview before.
Hold on. That's back a little bit. I wrote some notes. Let me find them back when we were first doing it. Okay. Yeah, did we cover the definition of the
Not really. Not really. Is that something that you've got a question about this evening?
No, I jotted some notes as I know it says here scientific discovery I've got here.
We
What
can.
exactly that?
We can go over the definition. You have the. Hold on a second. I always forget to have my book in front of me, and this is what we need to do: the when, which, how practice. By the way, Sharon, I tried to send that to you as well. The link that you have should open up for that.
Yeah.
However, I had a challenge getting the information that I did. Things seem to be locked away.
Mm.
Yeah. So, hmm. But more than likely, that's the link to follow. Okay. Without quoting specifically from the when, which, how, I am not going to go into a detailed description of the grand portal, but one could always take on the definition of source as far as uh, where divinity and what we believe to be divinity is. And it's much deeper than that
Mhm.
because we're talking about a central intelligence, a higher intelligence, one that would have orchestrated a particular uh, design for
Mhm.
this solar system. And I think the more comfortable people are with the fact that there is more than one solar system and there is more than one of everything, dimensions and universe and galaxy. I have a prescription to popular mechanics and popular science, and apparently there has been a collision of two galaxies that are larger than ours that they say that they've observed about, oh, at least what is it, 50 million light years or 50,000. I'll have to go back to that page. It is an unspeakable number in its distance from us time wise. Mm. Okay, throat, come back. Okay, I'm going to uh, ring my bowl, not my bell, my bowl, to get this started.
Okay.
And we're going to do just a general meditation.
Okay.
And since we have Reverend Sharon Renee in the house, I'm going to ask her to do the meditation if she doesn't mind.
Okay.
And if you would, please.
Yes, thank you so much. And as we are gathered together, I just want you all to just take a deep breath. Breathe in, hold it, and now release that breath. Enjoy the breath as you are letting go. You are letting go of everything prior to this moment, for it's already in the past. All you have is the present. Now, when you take the next inhale, I want you to take a deep breath in. And once you take that deep breath in, I want you to hold it. And then on the release, I want you to just send it to the far reaches of the universe. So, on the next breath in, breathe in. Hold it. And on the exhale, just send it to the far reaches of the universe. Allow that breath to touch anyone that's in need. And as we are all gathered together, I just want you to just feel the inner peace within your own heart. And on the next breath in, breathe in. Hold it. And I want you to feel as every atom, every cell, and every molecule of your body is now being infused with liquid light. And exhale. And allow each and every part of your being to be open and receptive to receiving whatever guidance we will receive as we are joined together. I want to thank all of the divine emissaries of harmony, wisdom, and light that are also gathered here with us in this very moment. And as you are here, we are all here, and we are all convening together with our brothers and sisters of the universe, of this planet. And let's just envision this whole entire universe gathered in love. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, for thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. And so it is. Take in another deep breath. And release. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes.
Oh, thank you so much, Reverend Sharon Renee. You know I'm going to have to follow that now with the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic.
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Please.
Okay. And Aramaic, for those who don't remember, is the native language of Yeshua. Some refer to him as Jesus the Christ, which is all good. I refer to him as Yeshua, though, the name his mother would have given him. And the language that is the forerunner of Hebrew, which is Aramaic. Abun de Bashmaya, Netkidesh Shamak, Tete Melkutok, Nebet Safianik, Aikana de Bashmaya, Afiada, Avlan Lakma, de Sun Kanan Yomana, Washbuklan, Haubain, Waktehain Aikana, Dafkanan Showakin, El Hayabim, Welataklan, El Nesyuna, Ila Patsan, Membisia, Mitolilaki, Melkuto, Wa'ala Watashbukto, Alalam, Almin, Amen.
Amen.
And take a deep breath. Okay, so now we've got some folks missing in action. Oops, my phone has lost its charm right now. It's charging up. Um, Monday evenings. Ah, hello there. How are you, my dear? We have O'Reilly in the house. Yes, our Irish contingency. What we had been doing before.
I'm here. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Hey, Nelia.
Hi.
Hi.
It's
So
late night today. What is this?
Well, Wednesday is actually supposed to be ladies' night. The goddesses are going to be out on Wednesday evening,
Yes,
right? Right, Sharon.
Oh
You and I,
yeah.
yeah, you and I have some information to
you have some explaining to do.
yes, we have some explaining to do on gaslighting and on using manifesting with tantric energy. And so that's going to be an adult only
Oh yeah,
broadcast.
triple
Yeah.
X.
Hey.
Not
No, 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 not no,
triple X. Okay.
not risque.
Oh, okay. Informative.
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 Yes,
Okay.
yes, on an adult level. But this evening, what we're doing is, well, for one thing, we're waiting on Robert. The other thing is, we're just trying to
Aren't we
take.
always?
Yeah, well, no, it's always a good thing. I
Mhm.
love Brother Robert.
He
Um,
wears himself out.
I know that's a concern, but he has relief
I
coming.
saw him on Friday for that beautiful healing.
Oh,
Oh my God.
wow.
It was truly amazing.
Sherry, you must partake. I didn't know when you're going to get a chance to come up in this direction. Well, I'm a bit farther off than where the center is, but the vital life force energy, uh, Robert has been starting sessions of that on Mondays and going from Monday to Thursday, usually, sometimes Friday, in charging and
Open. Hmm.
rejuvenating. Is that a good word? To people who are in need of work for their life force energy. We Reiki people know that that's what the word Reiki means, is universal life force. But since Robert has come back, he's been doing some fantastic work. Both Sharon, Renee, and Nelia have had sessions with him. Well, I don't think Nelia has one lately, but
Yeah,
you ladies are both,
I'm due for another one. Besides, you're supposed to have like four.
Hmm.
yeah, at least four in a row.
Hmm.
And so I've had, I may have had three in a row, I think. Yeah, I think I had three in a row. But bottom line, it's just an amazing portal of energy that Robert is accessing, which is it's on the same theory as Reiki. However, it's not. Uh, it's a bit more advanced. Let me put it that way. What most Westerners are unaware of is the fact that in Tibet or in Asia, there are three additional what is it, levels of Reiki. There is a level where you're actually taught how to levitate, but this is uh, information that's basically kept over in the Asian theater, as they say. But yeah, we do three levels here, and the third is supposed to become a master, etc. However, there's much more to it than that, because there's much more to our energy portals than that. There's just so much that we don't remember, and we don't remember because we don't remember. Well, we can always blame it on the Anunnaki or the programs that's been implemented by certain groups coming from wherever and whatever. But it's time for us to remember. And it's getting closer and closer to the breakdown of a lot. There's been a lot of disclosures this year. Not
Hmm.
enough for some, but it depends on where you're reading, what you're
Like most
reading.
of the disclosure is, sexually related. It's like everybody's coming out of the woodwork about some kind of assault.
Hmm.
Ah,
Well, I think that has
okay.
a lot to do with the fact that we are in Scorpio season,
I
and Scorpio rules the sexual organ.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, before you go any farther, today was a certain someone's birthday that she doesn't want me to mention.
Which
Moving right
Scorpio
along.
is it? Feelings.
Speak up or forever hold your peace, Scorpio.
Is that Nick
I didn't.
Gavin?
Me?
And that's true.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
Happy.
but yeah, there's been a lot. What were you saying, Sherry?
No, I said I didn't make the connection there. That's interesting. The Scorpio, like she said, that is true.
Yeah. So now with everything and this whole, there's a lot going on, and you have Jupiter that has also moved into Scorpio too. And then we have Venus going into Scorpio. So a lot of this energy is bound to, come to the surface, or this is why it's rising up to the surface the way that it is.
Mm.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's, you can only drive a car. Not that I drive, but you can only drive a car for so long before something needs to be replaced or repaired. And
Mm-hmm.
so we expect erroneously for the universe to never go through any changes. We accept this third dimensional uh, viewpoint, perception, holographic imagery to be sustaining, to never change. To and the minute something takes place, we're like, oh, it's an act of God. Oh, we did something for, etc., etc. And no, it's a matrix, people, and it's holographically engineered, and yes, unusual things are going to take place because we've forgotten that this is a reality that is not self-sustaining, and so we become oh, just a bit concerned. There he is. We've been talking
Yay!
about him.
Oh no, I don't think I forgot about you.
Oh no, we know you wouldn't, sweetie.
I was deep in the
It's your
throes,
presence. Hello.
deep in the throes of a remote treatment out in Denver,
Oh,
and then my computer decided to update software, and I had to wait through it so I could re-sign in again. Thank God I remembered my password.
oh my
Yay.
gosh.
Oh,
Yay.
but here I am. I love you all. I love you all very much.
You.
This is Robert's harem.
How is everyone?
Oh,
Good.
absolutely fabulous. Right, ladies?
Absolutely marvelous. Now
There we go.
you. Hi.
Hi, baby.
How are you, darling?
I'm good. How are you, my princess?
I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you too very much.
Yes, that we
See
got
this?
to
See,
be making
he's
love
got
to
a
each other.
he's got a willing stable here.
I
Is
have,
this a private network?
no, I have wonderful friends. I really do. I
Hmm.
am so fortunate
Oh,
and
we love
so
you.
proud.
We love you. We love you. We were talking about the vital life force energy,
Oh, you
and
were.
yes, we were talking about the portals that you've accessed and how amazing the energy is. Uh, Nelia is here, and you and
I said hello. I just got lost in the excitement of all the other ladies. But
Well, I didn't lose you. You're looking good,
look at that
Nelia.
beautiful smile. A big teddy bear. That's what I call you.
yeah,
Oh, thank you.
she does. She says you're her favorite teddy bear.
No.
Um,
Teddy bears.
yes. So
You
now
give
that,
good hugs.
but yes, he does. He gives fantastic hugs.
Yeah.
So now that we have you in our possession, uh, I believe Sherry wanted to start off with questions about the grand portal,
That's
and
it.
I gave general. I did not go into detail because I first of all, I'm always the first one to say that I don't know everything, and secondly, I consider you to be our in-house expert here. So
Expert in what?
Yes, you are. You know you are. Well loved as well.
I love you all too, but I'm not an expert in anything.
Oh, well. The grand portal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jerry, what did you wanted to ask?
Explain that a little bit more because I have a note down here about he said in the interview the inception point has already been anchored. 20 pages that were left to be released. Much more that's going to come out at a certain date. So I guess I was grand portal exactly, and where is it in relation to where he said we're at right now?
Okay. The grand portal, according to the story of the Wingmakers, is approximately 79 years in our future, or thereabouts. The grand portal will appear in the nation of Peru.
Okay.
But I don't know if that means only Peru. And when they say anchored, I don't know what they mean by anchored, you know?
Yeah.
But understand that according to the Wingmakers, ascension is a universe happening, not an earth happening. All nations, all planets, all peoples eligible for ascension will ascend together as one at the same time, proudly and perfectly.
You have brought about an epiphany. Remember Dr. Antonio?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Uh he has I don't think I've finished reading all of his books. He gave me 5. He gave you 5, right, Sharon?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. He was supposed to come back in October, but I don't remember hearing anything. The underground city
Mhm.
in Peru and Bolivia is under Lake Titicaca.
Right.
Okay. And something he said about 2020, which so did Dr. Ayala say 2020, major ascension, et cetera, et cetera.
A
Okay,
major
that
ascension event or ascension?
event,
Yeah.
event. Okay,
Well,
because
just
it,
remember that more of these caves have to be opened.
mm,
They're all over the world. The only one open to date is New Mexico. We
okay.
have to see the others open before any such event, but they may all open at one time. I mean, we just don't know.
Mm.
There's a lot that we don't know.
But the epiphany that I've gotten is both of those gentlemen, Dr. Ayala and Dr. Antonio, uh, named 2020, and I think I mentioned to Robert that I got some intel about 2020 and the grid that's supposed to be going out. So that's okay. You got my attention. Whoa, you got my attention. Got a few things going on. Okay, feeling some information. Very good. I believe
Tony,
Tony is here. Hello? He was here. Okay.
here he is. Hello, Tony.
He's ah. Oh my goodness. There he is connecting. Hello there. How are you, my dear? Can you hear me? He might be on mute, but I don't have him on mute. So just wave if you can hear us, Tony. Up. It's probably working out technological.
He got it now.
He got it. Okay. So this is a new group. We've got Grandmaster Robert there in the middle, and we've got the Grandmaster. I like it. And we start from left to right. We've got Sherry and Nelia and another Reverend Sharon Renee at the end, and then yours truly, Reverend Sharon Elizabeth. Hi, Tony. We were
Okay.
just we were just going on about the Grand Portal. Okay, Grand Portal says the Wingmakers will open in 79 years, perhaps, but I'm feeling like it's going to be sooner. And I know I heard you say sooner, right, Robert?
I can't say. I know when I look at the snapshot of humanity of today, we're a long way off. We're a long
Yeah,
way off.
true.
But then we can catch up in 10 minutes. I mean, we just have no idea what tomorrow brings.
Mm.
So rather than for me to worry about when that event is going to occur, because timelines as described by this group or that group bring me tremendous concerns. I take it one day at a time. I do my part. I do what I can do. I do it with a full heart of love. And I try and stay in love space as much as I possibly humanly can.
Yes.
I'm only human. I've had my struggles this week.
Whoa.
I've had my struggles.
Well, this sounds like a continuing song. Everybody I've talked to in the last 24 to 48 hours has been talking about how this weekend has been a real it's been a challenge. But there was a gate opened, a stargate open on 11/11, which led through more energy and entities and beings of light and beings of not so much light. So it's not like we're alone. We're definitely not alone. We've got a lot of different frequencies and vibrations coming back and forth.
Yeah, well, I have no time for the bitches of the world. And by that I mean extraterrestrials with malintent.
Okay.
That's what I mean by that statement.
Okay.
I
Somebody's got
wasn't
this.
referring to the fair sex. Our ladies among us are not bitches of the world.
Yes, I know, sweetie. We know that. Oh my goodness. You've got your light sword out action.
Oh,
Sherry, did you have any more questions?
Oh, we're only one that read through and had some in the entire interview, and I have to say that a lot of it resonated, but I did, like I said, have some questions about something, because something about the channelings that are coming through.
okay.
The tide. You go on talk radio, everybody's getting channeled from everywhere. Mentioned that with some of the channelings, because they don't mention the enslavement part of it.
Oh.
I wrote that down because a lot of them, it's all, like unicorns and fairies and wonderful, but
who was it that said this? Oh,
James, I wrote it down. He said, he was talking about channelings, and about, although channelings, he said, don't mention the enslavement part. And I thought that was interesting, because feel good stuff, but that we're in this matrix, to break out of that. And I thought that was interesting.
do you feel enslaved?
I don't.
Okay.
I think if you look at it planetary, I think there's a lot of the world that is and don't realize that they are.
Right.
But I just thought it was interesting on the channelings, because if you listen like Cryon and all these, you know, ones that are going through, it's like seem to like concentrate on abundance and, you know, just all these other things, and not really what we're supposed to be doing, because the thing that like go back to a neutral point where we're just the observer. The crap that's going on is just a hologram. Involved in all that, correct?
I don't get involved in it. I don't.
Not getting a response.
I don't get involved in it, and I can't. It's too disruptive to what I'm doing, and worry about this and worry about that. Do you remember a few weeks ago when I was talking about the fifth interview, and I made a statement about you believe what you can and you leave what you will? Grab the central message. It is about love, divided into different categories, different aspects of love. Oops. Sorry about that.
No problem, honey.
That was pretty.
Oh, thank you. It's pretty annoying to me at this hour. It is somebody trying to get a hold of Paul for a reading, and that annoys me.
Oh.
And it annoys him. He wants to call himself a healer. He doesn't want to call himself a reader.
I understand completely.
And that is his personal preference, and he feels called to one and not the other.
I understand. That has been my platform.
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you, a lot of these people, they're not interested in finding out how the universe works. They're not trying to find out how things improve and get better in life. They just want to know if their boyfriend's going to come back and marry them. Really.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh! I got a
Get
quick.
me started.
I got a quickie. I could tell
And
you.
she's trying again.
I got a quickie. I could tell you why I'm laughing. One of the reasons I don't do Blog Talk anymore. I had the saddest woman call me one year, and her child, her baby, was dying. She had a hole in the heart, and so we prayed for her on the phone. That was like in that December, and February of the next year she called in again. May, she called in again because she wanted to know if the father of the child would send her a Mother's Day card. And I felt so sad for her because I didn't recognize her voice. Not that I recognize everybody's voices, but I felt sad for her because the last thing in the world I would have wanted, because the child did not make it. It went back to where it came from. The last thing in the world I would be concerned with is whether or not the father is going to send me a Mother's Day card. It just, it blew my mind. And so I'm like, and I have done psychic hotlines. I've done at least 2 of them in my lifetime. And I was scheduled to do one in particular that I won't go into, that would have declared me as a sister of a famous psychic. If I said the name, you would know it, and I don't want the connection to it. And on and on and on. And so,
what am I supposed to do with half a story?
that thing up. Okay. Well, nobody's.
Nobody's what?
Robert, I'm just going to make a comment on something you just said about and I have to tell you, I agree with you on the long way to go.
It
Disturbs me is still the obsession with the social media.
Well,
Everywhere people stay on that Facebook and all this stuff, and it just like, when is it? I mean, I don't engage in it. I'm not on it. I don't want to be on it. My daughters aren't on it. It's constant all the time, and it's like so it's so 3D, I guess. It's just like I just feel like it's got a long way to go. What you just said now is people are not concerned in the things that to be going for the ascension part to happen. It's still and financial and the, like I just said, the social media and status, and
there is,
we're not supposed to
that
be
is
concerned in
one,
that.
that is just one little symptom. That is one little symptom. I see in very subtle ways the way people think of one another, the way they treat one another, which belies the feeling in their emotions. We do have a long way to go. And I can't think that most of humanity is going to be left behind. I mean, I feel this week I've struggled because I had a spiritual person that really scammed me and sent me into the netherworld, and now won't talk to me because I blew her hustle. I'm really hurt by it. And I use that as a point. This is somebody who's supposed to be connected, who's supposed to be a healer, and she was running game on me. And she was doing it, abusing both Paul and I, demanding our compassion and our care late at night after we've both worked very long, hard days for a diagnosis that she misrepresented as coming from a doctor, when in fact I found out it was coming from a woman at a kiosk in a health food store in Boca Raton, who makes you hold two poles in your hand, a positive and a negative, and this computer analyzes cancer cells in your body. Give me a break. And I have a knowledge of a little bit of science. And when she texted me the analysis and report, I saw three particular factors that she identified to her client, my friend, my client, my healer, that TNF, or tumor necrosis factor, was indicative that she had cancer cells ready to pop up in the large intestine. And I said to her, do you know what tumor necrosis factor is? Do not think with intellect. Do you know what tumor necrosis factor is? And she said, yes, it's dead cancer cells. I said, no, that's from intellect. It's a marker for inflammatory disease. You eat in restaurants 3 meals a day. Do you have any idea that the inflammation in your stomach is probably relative to salads or undercooked meats? I blew her hustle, and I told her that the woman who did this analysis, and she sent me a video of the woman doing the analysis. I said, she isn't qualified to shine my shoes. And she's giving you directions saying that because I treated you and your tumor disappeared, that you are free of cancer. And I'd be running to an oncologist so fast. And I said, you know, come to think of it, your husband comes home from work. He's very tired. He's very tired and he's burnt out. He's fried. He needs to sit quiet. He needs to come to himself. He needs to relax and unwind. So he's not chitter-chattering with you. And you want his attention, and because you can't get it, you're going to come and rob us of our moment of peace and our life. I said, you've abused a friendship with false information. And she won't talk to me now. It's quite all right. I'm happy about it. When I see things like this, these are the people that are supposed to be moving towards ascension, and look at the behaviors that are coming out of them. They're neurotic needs. Neurotic behaviors born of neurotic needs that are not being met and falsely striking out to gain attention when you feel you don't have it doesn't scratch the itch. It perpetuates the itch. This is how we continue in bad behaviors. What I offered was an opportunity for dialogue, an opportunity for us to straighten this out and work it out. She couldn't do it. She became so incensed that she said, I'm on vacation. Well, now she could stay on vacation because I'm on vacation. This is what I'm talking about, the more subtle things in life, the behaviors that don't make sense, the things that other people realize that are hurtful. And this from a spiritual person? I was in the center every night until 10:30 and 12 o'clock at night trying to pull cancer cells out of a body on what? On a piece of paper spit out of a computer in a Boca Raton health food store? Give me a break.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like this is what a lot of this energy in and around us now that's really,
Flushing stuff out.
People who are, integrity. It's all about integrity and the energies. But I don't want to take it down that road. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what, darling, but you're right. You're right. It is about integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Because if one of my friends said to me, you know what, I'm really lonely and I'm really needing companionship, then we could go to a dinner table, not hang out in a center pulling imaginary cancer cells. Because she's got me on an advantage. She works with the same system I do, and she knows that we have to shut our intuition down. So I'm not going by field trying to determine if there's cancer cells there. You get it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
No, we're supposed to, like he was saying about the 6 heart virtues, being able to do this continuously, like you just said, and be the observer. All the time, I've had stuff come up within my own family recently.
Mm-hmm.
I continue doing it, and I've heard that the most challenged best opportunities for us, she just said now. I think, like she just said, I don't know if it's the energies or it's just whatever's happening is I notice, like you said, there's a lot of people that are confused, searching, and I really feel for the young people because I think the millennials hit this of people that are just totally lost, and that's why I think Michelle mentioned that ones that have so much depression and anxiety. And I don't know. Anybody else wants to throw anything else in there?
I think that the millennials, though, they'll catch up quickly. a couple of celestial events and they will catch up quickly. First of all, they have more DNA than we have.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to catch up faster. We're the ones we really need to worry about.
I have a question.
Yes.
What about, like, attachments to people that, maybe, I mean, there's people that just don't behave right, but then sometimes you're kind of influenced by outside forces, because sometimes, you do stuff and you may ask yourself, I can't even believe I did that. When you say you get angry or something, you do something that's not even like you. Isn't that like, maybe some outside influence? What do you think?
There are many different types of outside influence. Attachments, they don't hit me anymore. They can't stick.
Mm-hmm.
No, Sharon, I can't hear you.
I thought she was awfully quiet.
Yeah, well, I know she's got thoughts. I can feel her mind, but I can't hear her.
Yeah, Sharon, is she there?
She's there in picture, but she's not there in sound.
Yeah, she's been quiet.
Oh, she said, I think that it's purging.
Oh.
A purging of the sound or a purging of energies? Of energies, okay. Is everybody seeing her notes pop up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
No. Hold on.
So, I mean, when you look at these simple little signs, at times I've been ultra sensitive. When somebody says to me, "Oh, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. I want to do this," and run the other way. Don't give me a canned answer. Tell me, I'm spiritual, and I am spiritual because. There's a million different reasons why some people are spiritual. Some of them are for money. Others are because I live with less rules. Well, you know what? There's always rules that influence our lives. There's rules about everything. I have a responsibility as a healer to walk through life with the highest degree of integrity I can achieve. I have to be moral and I have to display integrity. And I fall off the wagon because I'm human, but I pick myself up fast and I get back on track.
Absolutely.
I had a woman who was ready to walk out today because she saw a Buddha in the corner of my store and she says, I'm very Catholic. What kind of energy do you work with? And I said, well, yeah. Sharon said, first you have to know what it means to be spiritual. Yeah, you do. Because what's the difference between religiosity and spirituality? Religiosity is using the teachings of a church to find a pathway to God, right? And spirituality is a means of turning inward to find yourself. And thereby you find your natural connection to your Creator. And then you start to realize that all people are in you and you are in them because we are all one. And even though this friend duped me and I felt abused by it, I have a responsibility to myself to realize that I drew this situation to me for a reason. There is something I have to find and get in this situation. It's going to help me.
Mm-hmm.
And that tells me, well, I know that much. I'm being groomed for something. Maybe one day I'll wake up and really feel like a human being. That was a joke, by the way.
You had me stuck, Robert, because I was really coming for you. Mhm. So, as it relates to what we're discussing tonight on the fifth interview,
Yeah.
meaning a lot of these lessons are coming up for us in different ways, yes?
Yep.
So,
And yeah, exactly. These lessons are coming up and they are important.
right. Mm-hmm. So, a lot of us can learn. And again, I guess we are actually standing in this whole integrity issue, or, as it relates to integrity and how we are and what we know to be true. And as we are opening up to these various energies and of the wind makers, because of us bringing this information to the forefront, and we will be having various experiences that help us to truly connect with, the wind maker information. Would you say? Hello.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this information is not, it's not, meaning not readily, well, it's available, but again, how much of it we can all, tap into and dissect and understand, and because a lot of this energy, meaning we understand fear is the enemy in a lot of this that we are learning. So with this information that is actually coming to the forefront, we are really coming to recognize that, yeah, we have to take what's for us and leave what's not for us. Yeah.
Okay. I just found something
Mm-hmm.
about relates to the question of the grand portal.
Mm-hmm.
I have to backtrack. And Sarah asks on page 30 of the fifth interview, Sarah asks of Dr. Neruda, I've only heard you speak of the grand portal. I assume it's one of the two portals. Dr. Neruda responds, yes, the grand portal will be released in the Wingmakers literature as the irrefutable scientific discovery of the human soul. And I forgot about that. And in a way, that's true, but it's not the whole story. The two portals are defined as the crack and the wall demolition. And Sarah responded, I hope you plan to explain that. Dr. Neruda, yes. Well, the crack is the first portal. It is the portal between worlds. It is a human, and that's about all I know at this time. And Sarah asked, a human who does what? Dr. Neruda said, that can step between worlds.
Yeah.
I realized that thousands of people, even famous people, have claimed to have visited heaven, but according to the writings of the Wingmakers, it is not true. They have wandered into the astral world, which has many dimensions, but this astral world is part of the creation of Anu in terms of our programming. Our true dimensional existence is not of Anu's creation or formulas. The human portal will be a communication portal between our origins as a race of infinite beings and this world, the hologram of deception. He goes
Thank you
on
for
to
that.
explain-
That was
Yeah.
that's what you just got to where I was getting to my notes, and I had that where human can step between the worlds, and I've got human portal in parentheses.
Right.
Astral plane is real and a question mark. You just answered that because there are parts of it that people that claim to go into the light and go, that's part of a deception.
Right.
As well, that there are things in the astral world that are not, that are part of the.
Okay. He goes on to say the grand portal is the wall demolition. That's when the wall comes down through the efforts of all beings that are undergoing the sovereign integral process. And this makes it possible for all human beings to step forward into their infinite self or life essence. So the first thing that has to happen is that science has got to release irrefutable proof that they have found the existence of the human soul and it is real. The moment science proves that, the game changes drastically and rapidly. So if you wake up and find headlines in your local paper, grab the fifth interview, do not go to sleep. Put toothpicks in your eyes. Keep them open and keep reading. That's a joke too.
Robert.
Yes.
Toothpicks in your eyes. I'm like, okay, yeah, my eyes are kind of feeling heavy here.
Listen, if there's one thing I believe, there are always chances. There's a chance for everybody. When we are doing our best, trudging along, trying to make the world a better place for everyone, without distinguishing good, bad, or indifferent, no judgment, just love.
Yeah, that's.
We're doing our job.
Right. Yes, we are.
And it takes a lot of work to stay in that space. It doesn't happen automatically. It's not like, oh, I'm going to stop judging and I'm going to keep myself in loving space. Well, I just admitted to you where I had a failure because somebody made me feel abused. I got mad. But what is anger? Anger is the rope ladder that we climb out of the pits of hell that we've fallen into because we've been hurt. Somebody abuses me and my goodwill. I become hurt, and then I have to get angry to get up out of the pit. But we forget to stop the anger once we're back out. You know, this is where we have to roll our sleeves up and be big boys and girls. And that's what this teaching is all about, is getting out of that pit.
Right.
It is the compassion, the virtues, the heart virtues.
Totally.
I have a quick question. I have a quick question about protection. A lot of people, you know, the saging and all the rituals and all that, and then they said that you have to get to the point, say that if you feel you need to do that, you're still in the mindset that you need to be protected from something. The point that we're stepping into the fact that we're dimensional beings and, you know, back to the way that we used to be, and, you know, and we shouldn't be afraid of anything. I still think that that's part of the programming. Or this negative energy coming in, is this part of like the Anunnaki, the, you know, bringing in, or is it our own ego? So really, I guess the point is, when you're doing all these, what are you protecting yourself from? Because aren't we supposed to be where?
I don't have sage. I don't use ritual anymore. I'm abandoning my shamanistic path. I'm getting rid of my drums. I'm getting rid of all the signs and the symbols that were once valuable to me. And I'm doing that because it's important to me to not fall into that lie anymore. Okay, now Sharon is asking something of me. Okay. Could you explain the heart virtues for the new people here? Yes. Okay. In the center, we have love. Coming off of that wheel of love, we have the virtue of compassion. Then we have the virtue of forgiveness. Then we have the virtue of humility. Then we have the virtue of understanding. Then we have the virtue of valor. And on the very top, we have the virtue of appreciation. They are all aspects of love. The one that I think is not self-defining is valor. Valor is of community consciousness. Valor is about ethics and morals and so on and so forth.
Hello? Okay.
Who said hello?
Oh, no, because it was like all of a sudden I couldn't hear anybody.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. So what we do with the heart virtues is that in this situation that I described and used as an illustration with my friend, the healer, who made me feel abused, I have succeeded in understanding the nature of her actions. I have had to employ forgiveness. I've had to employ compassion. I've had to employ appreciation. I have to call them to mind and feel them within to heal that which is within me that keeps me bitter or angry. And then I have to send the very same out to her so that she shifts. And energetically, it's like remote healing. We send them at will, according to our word. And I'm doing it as we're speaking it, and I am sending them to her. Watch, I'm going to hear from her tomorrow. And I'm going to look at my phone and I'm going to say, do I answer this?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not important whether I do or don't. What's important that I let go within me because of love and my understanding of what love calls me to, the different aspects of love, and that I send the same or more to her so that she has the opportunity to heal. If I keep her in my life, I don't keep her in my life, that's my business. But not with malintent, not with judgment. Because if I judge, then I haven't forgiven. If I judge, I lack humility. If I judge, I lack understanding. If I judge, I lack compassion. If I judge, I lack appreciation. And it certainly isn't displaying valor if I judge somebody. I am nobody's judge. Listen, we're spiritual people. We've all been ripped up. We've all been injured. We've all been hurt. We all know what it is. We've all had stuff done to us. We have to reach above. Any questions?
Well, so far, so good.
All right. My dear Sharon.
Sharon, me, yes. Darling.
Yes.
Yes, darling.
Your lovely sister in Delray has asked if you would sign off with the Om for her, please.
Oh, why, certainly. Okay. Oh, sorry. Turned the wrong way. I'm babysitting. Okay. Well, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining us. And it's always a beautiful conversation and communing with my brothers and my sisters.
Love you,
And
sweetie.
love you too, darling. And thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Tony. And thank you, Nelia, for joining us. So now we are going to just take a deep breath. And on the deep breath, or on the exhale, I should say, we will chant Om. Okay? So again, just take a deep, deep cleansing breath. Breathe in. Hold it. And on the exhale, chant Om. Om. Again, breathe in and chant Om.
Om.
And one more time. Breathe in and chant Om.
Om.
Namaste. One love and God bless everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste. I am, we are. Many blessings to you all. Thank you.
And to you all.
Thank
Many
you.
Good
blessings.
night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.